It's like, where do these people come
They got a
from?
lot of Mexicans though now. He's getting a lot of little Mexican followers now.
Oh yeah, you know.
The Mexican people support. You know, the Mexican people fall in love with power.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, some of them just hate Argentinians, man. Some Mexicans just hate Argentinians, man. They just will refuse to get.
But they love Matthysse though. Matthysse is
not a lot of them, I'll tell you that. Hey, D on the phone right now. He'll tell you. Hey, tell them diehard Mexicans, man, they do not like Argentinians.
Because they don't like them if they're fighting the Mexicans. Like if Matthysse fights Marquez, then they'll back up. All of a sudden they'll turn against him. But I mean, they'll support Matthysse if he's fighting somebody else. Like if he's fighting a Puerto Rican, like with Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
They're gonna support Matthysse. Like they're gonna temporarily adopt him as a Mexican. How would see that fight go, Sean?
Oh, that's D-Style. That's not sure.
Oh, that's D-Style. Huh?
Yeah, that's D-Style.
Yeah, that's Matthysse wins.
Matthysse wins?
Yeah. I think it's a tough fight, though. I don't think he's going to walk over Garcia like people are saying.
I can't see Matthysse winning.
I like Danny. I really like Danny because everybody is caught up on this dude power and this dude being strong. Like I asked people, name one fighter he faced with the kind of pop Danny got. Name one type of fighter, he hasn't fought somebody with that type of power yet. And name one fighter who he fought that maybe besides that was at 100%. Name one. You can look at the fight with Kevin Alexander and see he was straight because right after the fight he won 147. He was holding back. Did he win that fight? Yeah, he won. He won that fight. But I mean, when I hear people say, "Oh, Sam robbed," he got robbed by Sam. Come on, man, look at the fight. He didn't get robbed. That fight could have went either way. Yeah. You look at that fight, a lot of things that Matthysse do wrong was on, and I mean, he does it in every fight, because when he missed, he's off balance like crazy. He crossed up his feet, he got a real bad habit of that. Also, he winds up. The only way Matthysse really hurt a lot of guys is he keeps them at the end of his punches. He needs full extension. And the things that Danny gonna do to this boy, man, because when he starts to feel Danny's power, he's not gonna be able to just come straight in. So he's gonna feel some power and he's gonna have to respect it. Now let's see if Matthysse can now start to box, to set up his shot, instead of just walking in and fighting a guy who basically is either drained or scared of you, or not being able to really move as much as he should. Danny, first and foremost, Danny will go to his body. And Danny will take a lot of energy away by going to that body. I mean, he's going to have to sacrifice if Matthysse come over and counter him over the top, but that's some of the risk that you have to take in order to wear this dude down. And not only just that, people don't realize how big Danny is, man. I tell people all that, all the time. I'm in the gym with dude and I see dude every bit of walk around at every bit of about 160 pounds. And he swells up fight night to about 155, 158 pounds. That's something Matthysse ain't used to dealing with, man. A big dude like that with physical strength, man, that can wear you down, that can mold you. And not only just that, a lot of people don't see Danny getting on his toes and boxing, man. I watched the dudes in the amateurs do that. Dude used to box, get on his toes, pop a jab, come underneath, spin around. He can still do that. He just fell in love with being flexible. That's what his nickname, Swift. But, I don't know. I just think that they're going to trade some shots early, and whoever can take the punch the best is probably going to win. I think it's going to come down to that. And whoever has plan B, and I'll admit that Garcia can always fall back and box a little more if for whatever reason he can't do anything else to Matthysse, so he has that plan B, but I don't know, maybe I'm drinking the Matthysse Kool-Aid or something.
I like Danny because Danny he could beat Matthysse standing in the pocket with him. He ain't got to back away. I don't think he got to back away at all. I don't even think he can stand right there because of his vision. Danny has great vision. He sees the punches coming real clear. I mean, if you see his eyes, he's so alert with all the punches that's coming. He knows how to deal with them and then know when to counter. He can stand right in front of Matthysse and beat him. A lot of the guys that fight Matthysse, their vision is not that good. They're so worried about the incoming, their head is down. I'm like, when the punches are coming, they bracing they're not looking to counter. And then Matthysse takes advantage of it. He knows that. He's like, okay, here he comes. I'm just throwing. He's throwing everything with power. The jab with power, everything. But his balance is off. If you can force Matthysse backwards, nobody has been able to do it yet. Nobody's been able to force him to go backwards. And get him to change. Yeah, if somebody does that, he's going to have problems. And Danny's not finna run from him. Danny's going to stand right in the middle, wait for him to throw punches, and see them coming. Because you can see them coming, and they're wide. A lot of them are wide. You can throw your shots in between. And Danny's going to see that. He's going to turn on a left hook that's going to drop Matthysse. And everybody's going to be shocked, and I'm going to say, told you. I'm going to say, I told you.
People fail to realize about that, Danny's a great counterpuncher, man. A great counterpuncher with very good timing also. He'll punch when you punch. His shots to get there, because a lot of people don't give him credit for his hand speed. He got good hand speed. It's just, it's good because it's time. Because he can catch you coming in. Same thing he did with Khan. Khan coming on the way in. All he did was catch him. He was setting him up for the shot the whole night. That's all I hear people say. Oh man, he threw a lucky punch. It was never no lucky punch. If you look for the first round on, he was setting him up for it. He just kept coming over the top. When he finally sat down on the shot, he got him out of there. When he arced it a little bit, a little lower, he caught him with it. He caught Khan coming in on the exchange. And that's what he make his bread and butter at, because if you exchange with him, he's going to hurt you. Because he's so strong, man, and so powerful. And he pinpoint with his counter, and he pinpoint with his left hook.
That's the key, though, is the exchange. But Matthysse can punch, too. I don't think he's going to want to exchange with him.
But the thing is, but this is the thing, has Matthysse no power like that?
No, he has not fought a guy that punches like Danny. But at the same time, you can say the same thing about Garcia, though. Who's the last guy you fought that punches like that?
Right. He's been in there with some big punches, man. Kendall Holt is probably one of the biggest punches at 140 pounds with the left hook, with that counter left hook. He hit you with that, you going to sleep. But there's a lot of people like that he's been in there with. I mean, you look at it, who else is a good puncher at 140 pounds he's been in there with? Well, they both been in there with Zab. That's their common opponent. Zab got a good left hook. Yeah, Zab got a good left hook, and Zab stuck Matthysse with it. He stuck Danny. I mean, he ain't knocked Danny. I mean, he's not. But a lot of people try to say he had Danny out on it. That wasn't the case. It was more Danny being more tired, throwing a bunch of punches, and exuding a lot of energy to get Zab out of there. But, I mean, other than that, he's been in there with some better punches than Matthysse.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't know that. That's true. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I just think Matthyisse's confidence, because he keeps his chin way in the air to be hit.
Yeah.
And I just like, man, Matthysse, they become real reckless. A lot of power, they real reckless with defense. I just think the better defensive fighter, is Danny to me, I think because he sees a lot of the punches coming and he don't really get hit that flush with them. He knows how to counter them when they're coming in. And I was like, it's very hard to catch him really flush with a shot. And even though he's standing right there in front of you, like Zab was 10 times supposed to be faster than Danny, and he really wasn't catching Danny until like a couple rounds. He called like maybe 1 or 2 shots, but he was completely dominated by Danny. From the opening bell on down the road, he was dominated. He lost like 9 in a row.
But I mean, if you look at the Matthysse fight, Zab got out on him early. Zab was exploding.
Yeah, he got outboxed. He was turning and doing anything he wanted to Matthysse. Matthysse is known as a slow starter, though. And like he'll concede the first round to see what the fighter got before he decides to come on. So I give Matthysse that. I mean, but the thing is, he play. I think it's Argentinians and they playing soccer. They cross their legs up a lot. His balance is bad. I could just see him getting knocked completely stunned by Danny Garcia.
He got a bad habit of that, though. He got a very bad habit.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Matthysse has had more experience in that, but that was his first big fight. Right? So, I mean, to be fair. Also, I will say this. At the end of 12 rounds, it looked like Zab wanted to go for it. Even though I had him winning on the scorecard, it looked like he just wanted to get out of that fight with me.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
So,
there ain't no question he wanted to get out of that fight. He said it. He told Jeff, Matthysse hit him harder than he ever been hit in his life. Devin told me the same thing. He ain't been hit hard since Matthysse. He said Matthysse hitting the hardest he ever been hit. Don't get me wrong, he's a hard puncher. A hard puncher. But the thing is that he's never been in the ring with someone with equal power.
And this what gets me is that Zab Judah said that Matthysse has the advantage when it comes to power. And he's like, but Danny got a chance if he moves. He said if Danny stands in front of Matthysse, he's gonna get knocked out. Tell Zab, like, if he stands toe-to-toe with Matthysse, he's gonna get knocked out. But he said if Danny moves, then Danny can win. But if Danny stays in front of Matthysse, he's gonna get knocked out. I said, wow.
I think Garcia will be, feel the pressure from the crowd and the hype of the fight. And
They ain't worried about that. They ain't worried about that. They not worried about that. He ain't been fighting on a big stage for a while now. That's not even his thing. Like, he don't care. That's why when people say about all that, take a lot of pressure off of him. He will take all the pressure off him because you hear Angela one talking, not him. You just hear him say, "Oh man, I'm just gonna go out and do me." Now around us, when we in the gym with him, then he'll talk shit with us all day. But when he get in that camera go on, then it's like, yeah, that's my dad. Go to him. He'll tell you, like, that's how he is. So that don't bother him. His dad gonna take all that pressure off of him. When he get in that ring with Matthysse, it's only him and Matthysse.
right.
So he ain't worried about that. The only thing he worried about when he get in there is putting on his work, man, doing what he's supposed to do.
Plus, Danny a big boy. Danny's about 154 easy. Danny about 154 easy. He's a big
I
boy.
tell people that all the time. They don't know how big he is, man.
Yeah, he's a lot of people saying things like, Danny's gonna get killed, Danny's gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, it's funny, and that's what gets me is that I've seen all these crazy pictures, all because of the Peterson fight. All of a sudden, Danny's gonna get killed. I'm like all of a sudden, just because of the Peterson fight? Then first of all, this is a Lamont Peterson who came in completely weight drained, completely dry as a potato chip. I'm like, and this guy comes in and he did none of the stuff that Peterson is known to do once he's in the inside. I've never seen Peterson just go on the inside and decide, I'm finna just hold. I'm like, what? What is he doing? He right where he needs to be. He's not throwing body shots. He's not turning anything up. He's just trying to hold on. I'm like, what is he doing?
Both of them are slow starters, though. Matthysse and Peterson. Matthysse got out a little early, but I'm normally seeing Lamont survive that, come right back. But I've seen that the way he was done, man. Like his everything, his body was just drowned. Like everything was out of him. It took. See, and I tell people this. People say, well, Lamont rehydrated up, but I be telling people like it don't put that in you what it took about you to make it. That's what a lot of people don't realize when a guy got to strain himself to make 140 pounds because he rehydrated back up to 150. It don't take about you what it took. They put back up in you, man. That's why they tell you it's that good.
He lost a lot of muscle. Didn't you see what I showed you? Look at the muscle structure. His muscle structure was not the same. He lost a lot of muscle when he cut down his weight. I was like, what did happen to him?
He was a baby as soon as he came in the ring.
Yeah, he was. And I'm like, his balance was terrible. Terrible. I said, man, this is... So I mean, I ain't taking away from Matthysse power. He got that, but my goodness, Peterson.
I mean, everybody know he got power. You can look at him and not only just that, you can see the way them punches coming and see he got some power to him.
Yeah.
That dude is strong. He's a real physically strong dude. You can tell that.
Yep.
You know, but the thing is when he get in there with a dude who's probably as physically stronger, because like I tell people, Danny's a big boy, man, and they don't realize that. You can look at him and tell how top heavy he is. He's tall. Chop said, I've been in the ring with both of them. He said Danny's strong as ever. He said Matthysse may hit a little harder, which I felt, but he said, yo, Danny's hit hard, man, and he's strong, and he's coming forward all day.